Yes, it is Friday.
And it's cold out there today. If you're on the East Coast, it is freezing. I woke up this morning and my temperature said 5 degrees in the car. So give yourself a little extra time if you're driving in on work because, I mean, you're talking black ice. They're still trying to plow these streets. There's salt, rock salt everywhere. So just give yourself a little extra time, all right?
Yes. I actually, after I left work yesterday, I went home and I haven't been outside until this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go out. I had to shovel a little bit, and then I had to take the dog out. And it got to the point where the dog was trying to get back in the house before I was. I was like, it's freezing out there. Freezing. Well, it is Friday. The weekend is here. I'm so happy for this weekend.
It's Freaky, Freaky, Freaky Friday.
Yes, it's Freaky, Freaky, Freaky Friday. We got a lot to talk about today. There's a lot going on in the news. And I'm excited. You have, your parties start this weekend, right?
Yeah, well, okay. I'm having a party for my birthday, yes.
Right.
And it's going to be fun.
I wasn't talking about today's party. I was talking about the weekend. Aren't you doing a party and aren't you flying out of town? I seen a flyer for you in Louisiana or something like that. No,
Envy, you're there too, and it's next weekend.
No, I seen one for this weekend too.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's next weekend. I'll be in New Orleans next weekend. Shout out to Larry Morrow. DJ Envy will be there in the building.
That's what.
Rick Ross, Tahiri. So I do that every single year, though.
All right, well, let's get the show cracking. Front page news, what we talking about?
Well, since you're talking about the weather, let's talk about what happened to these poor kids. They had them come to school, and there was no heat. We'll tell you where that was also. Yesterday, I was telling you all about this book about the White House. Well, I'll tell you what happened because it's supposed to come out next week, but there was an emergency.
Okay, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Wake your ass up. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, football, of course, I ain't even going to say, I guess it's the playoffs. It's the wild card. Kansas City takes on Tennessee. Atlanta takes on the Rams. And Buffalo takes on Jacksonville. And New Orleans takes on Carolina. Now, let's talk about what's going on in the White House in this book.
Yes, I was telling you guys yesterday about this book, which I definitely was saying that I want to read.
Me too.
And Donald Trump is really not happy about it. Fire and Fury is the name of the book, and it's written by Michael Wolff. He interviewed over 200 people that either used to work for Trump or currently work there now. Donald Trump said, I authorized zero access to White House, actually turned him down many times for author of phony book. I never spoke to him for book full of lies, misrepresentations, and sources that don't exist. Look at this guy's past and watch what happens to him and Sloppy Steve. He has issues with Steve Bannon, if you guys are following this whole story. Now, the book was supposed to come out on Tuesday, but because of all this, and they tried to do a cease and desist and everything,
they put the book out immediately.
Michael Wolff tweeted out, here we go, you can buy it and read it tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. President. So it is out today. It was supposed to be out, like I said, on Tuesday.
Now, the crazy thing about the book, if the book's not out, how do you know what's in it and what's not in it?
Because there's excerpts that have been released already.
So the president
some people got it, you know how we have advanced copies of books, so they have The Guardian put out some stuff, New York Daily News. So some people actually already have copies of the book. I gave you some information on what was in that book yesterday. So the president is very furious and disgusted. He says Steve Bannon has nothing to do with me or my presidency. When he was fired, he not only lost his job, he lost his mind.
My goodness.
Ooh, I'm reading this.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to read that over the weekend, too. Now, what's going on with these public schools now?
Yes, in Baltimore, the schools were still open yesterday, even though the heat wasn't working. So there were all these photos that spread virally online. The kids were bundled up in the schools in Baltimore, and they show them just rubbing their hands together, freezing.
Yeah, that's
there were
ridiculous.
some heating issues because parts of the boilers broke and pipes burst in some of the schools because of the weather. They said about 1/3 of the school system reported heating issues during the day. Now, here is what happened when NFL linebacker Aaron Mabin, actually, former NFL linebacker Aaron Mabin showed up. He teaches in the city, and he had this to say.
What's the day been like for you guys today?
Very cold.
Very cold. You guys are cold?
Yeah, super cold. I had free yesterday. I had frostbite.
That is crazy. You know, the only problem with that is, you know, sometimes these parents take these kids to school and then they can't get back out. They can't leave work. So now it's a difficult situation. I don't know why they couldn't get space heaters, though. Get some space heaters.
Well, he actually started a GoFundMe to get some space heaters, and so far they've raised almost $20,000, which was the goal.
Yeah, because that's a lot of problem. That's the reason why a lot of times they don't close schools so fast, because they know parents have to go to work. And they're like, well, what do parents do with these kids? Because
Well,
a lot of times
no
parents
heat.
can't take off. I know, yeah, they got to get space heaters.
If there's no heat at all, you can't have those little kids in school with no heat. And I just want to give a shout out to Charlotte. Charlottesville, Virginia, they actually have their first black female mayor.
Nice. What's her name?
Her name is Nakuya Walker.
Okay, congratulations.
So it's amazing because after they had the white nationalist rallies, making national headlines, now they have their first ever black female mayor. So
congratulations.
Congratulations to her.
That's great to see. All right, well, that's front page news. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, hit us up right now. Or maybe you feel blessed, you want to spread some positivity. Whatever it may be, 800-585-1051. Maybe you pissed off and mad about the snow. Maybe you got into a car accident. There was a lot of accidents on the way home yesterday when I left here.
Or maybe you had some blessings. Maybe somebody shoveled all the snow for you outside of your house and shoveled your car out for you as well, and you didn't have to do anything.
Okay. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. Call us now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hello, who's this?
This is Jamie.
Hey, Jamie, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Get it off your chest, Mama.
I feel like I just want to educate the people of the audience about tipping.
About what?
The holidays, tipping.
Okay.
Tipping. It's the holidays, and some of us we work for only tips. And I feel like if you don't have the money to go out and eat, you should probably stay home. It's custom, like if you get good service, it's 15 to 20%. Some of us make $7 an hour, $8 an hour. That's what we live off of.
You know what? I agree with you. I'm a great tipper. Usually when I go out, I try to leave more than 20% if the service is great. But normally I leave about 20%. But I agree with you. I think it's very important to make sure that when you have great service in particular, that you tell them. And when my food is good, I also always make sure that I tell them, you know, let the chef know our food was great.
No, you should tip between 15 and 20%. My problem is a lot of waiters or waitresses think that they automatically deserve a tip. And some of y'all don't do what they're supposed to be doing. And if they not, I ain't gonna tip your ass. That's it.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But a lot of customers take it out on their waitresses and wait staff when their food is not up to par. Now, if I can fix it, if it's something like, listen, I'll comp your food off your bill or whatever, if it's like within my control, but you shouldn't take my tip out because maybe your steak wasn't cooked to however temperature you wanted it. Like, I didn't go back there and put it on the grill.
Where you work at?
I work in Vegas, downtown.
Okay.
And I also think it's important, though, to be pleasant and communicate with your clients as well.
No, but sometimes waiters or waitresses, they think they deserve a tip. Nah, you know, you gotta work. You gotta make sure my stuff is right. If my stuff ain't right and you're not doing your job, and I only seen you one time during my meal, I ain't tipping your ass.
I'm pretty nice, though, because I'll call it out. I'll be like, excuse me, I need, like, you know, I'm very vocal when it comes to my food.
I'll call it out, and then I'll leave $1 tip so
I would
you
never
know.
do that. I would feel terrible.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, I'm Anonymous.
Hey, Anonymous.
Hey, Anonymous.
Get it off your chest.
Hi, I just want to say happy belated birthday to Angela Yee.
Thank you, boo.
Yesterday was my birthday.
Okay, happy birthday.
Thank you. My man of almost 20 years forgot to tell me happy birthday.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he said that when I asked him about it today, he still didn't remember today, and then he said, oh, you make me feel like I can't do nothing right.
Well, you can't if you forgot my birthday after 20 years. He's crazy.
Well, maybe he had a lot on his mind. Well, maybe
There's no excuse for that.
He had to shovel the snow yesterday.
And you know why you can never forget that? It's right after New Year's. So in your head, every year, right after New Year's, you know, it's a week and a half after Christmas, right after New Year's. That's such an easy time to remember.
Well, you know what, Mama? Let me be honest with you, right?
Oh, Lord.
There has to be something else. Maybe he's surprising you this weekend.
Maybe he has Alzheimer's.
Don't write him off yet. Write him off Monday. He might be setting you up for something this weekend, something special.
Or maybe he's suffering from dementia.
The positive side, you know?
No. It's over.
That's very hurtful. I'm not going to lie. That's very hurtful.
Damn, well, happy birthday, Mama.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good day.
We love you.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent. Hit us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
How can you even excuse that?
You can't. Hello, who's this?
What's up, Andy?
Hey, Trav. What's up, Trav?
Hey, y'all. Listen, I want to tell why I'm mad this morning.
Why?
My job, clearly is a whole snowstorm outside. You can't barely go outside. You can't drive in the snow. And they have the audacity to still be trying to tell people that it's business as usual.
What do you do?
I'm an account manager.
Yeah, we need you at work, Trav.
Yeah, we need to get paid, Trav, regardless. Today is Friday. We need to make sure the checks are there, Trav.
I am not taking my behind away. There's people like you, Angela Yee, and Envy that go to work in the snow and make people look bad.
That's right. I bet you if your boyfriend wanted you to come over, you'd have made it over there.
He probably went over there.
Yeah, oh yeah, we definitely was together.
Exactly. So you can make it to work, Trav.
Oh my goodness.
Bye.
Get your ass to work, Trav. Hello, who's this?
Good morning, this Fred from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Happy birthday, Queen. What's going on? Peace to the God. Good morning, Breakfast Club.
Good
What's up,
morning.
Fred? Get it off your chest, bro.
Just had Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to y'all. I hope y'all had a wonderful one. I'm a young man from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that lost my family, so it's a fresh start, a new year.
How's the weather out there? How's the weather in Milwaukee?
It's cold. It's about 5 degrees, but you know we making it. We know where we at.
You said we know where we at.
We know where we at. We know what it is.
Okay, all right.
So y'all just keep praying for the young man, and I'll call back next week when the guy gets back in with his lousy ass.
All right.
If he makes it back, that man out in the sun.
I think he gets back in tomorrow now.
Oh, okay. Hello, who's this?
What's up? This is Tokyo, man. St. Louis, Jesse, man.
Hey.
Not one from Atlanta. Yeah, the real one.
All right.
All right.
What happened?
Well, I don't
Tokyo?
know.
What?
Just get off your chest, Tokyo.
Hey, man, much love, man. I just want to say first and foremost, salute Andy, Angela, you dope, and Charlie, man, keep the facts, man. How you speak, how you do it.
Thanks, man.
I'm mad about the music scene in my city. I'm from SBL. It's been like we ain't really got no shine in my city in a long time. There's a lot of people here with talent that's trying to make it out of here. We really ain't got no shine in our city since like Nelly and Chink and things like that. I'm mad about that situation, but all again, it's
So you an artist?
Yes, ma'am, I am. My name is Tokyo Jets, and on IG, man, I do all the time music.
Wait a second, Tokyo Jets?
No, Jets son.
Oh, okay, just checking.
I like her. I actually had the name first before I even seen her, but not to cause no problem, nothing like that. But I think she's dope.
Okay, bro. Yeah,
I'm looking up Tokyo Jetson. I don't see. I just Googled
He said
you.
Jetson.
Yeah, Jetson.
He said he's new though. He might not see that much on him yet. Maybe next year. Hello, who's this?
Raven.
Hey, Raven, get it off your chest.
I am blessed. My sister just almost lost her life from having toxemia and pneumonia, and I'm blessed to say that she's alive and well.
Nice.
And I just praise God.
Oh, that's
amazing. Well, give her a hug and kiss from us.
I sure will. Thank you.
All right, you have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, you can hit us at any time. We got rumors on the way?
Yes, we are going to talk about that show, The Four, that came on last night. You know, DJ Khaled, Diddy, Fergie, all of them are on that show. And we'll discuss it. Hopefully you guys watched it also. And imagine being so rich that you don't notice somebody taking $850,000 out your account.
Wow.
We'll tell you who that is.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Nas and Nicki Minaj.
Man, Nas and Nicki Minaj have broken up. Now, they first started dating in June 2017, but they're saying now that living in different cities was just too much for them. Now, recently they also were trying to say that Nicki Minaj was pregnant, but they said that's not true at all. And he's been doing his own businesses, his record label. He has his Sweet Chicks, the chicken and waffles restaurants that he has.
Correct.
And obviously Nicki Minaj has a lot going on with her music career as well, amongst other things. So apparently it's over that fast.
It's a wrap. Who reported it that it was over? That's what I was confused about. Oh, okay. Well, somebody had to report it to TMZ.
I don't know. Sources close to the situation.
Sources close to the situation.
You know how that goes. And it was cute. They were posting pictures of each other, hugged up, you know, birthday parties, kind of kissing and cuddling. So I'm sure at some point we'll find out what went on really behind the scenes. But supposedly they respect each other, so they won't be talking ish about each other or anything. It just didn't work out. Just the time.
Okay.
And not living anywhere near each other.
All right.
All right. Last night, since a lot of us were snowed in different places and it was freezing, we got to stay home and watch The Four.
Okay.
Now, if you haven't had a chance to see The Four yet or you don't know what it's about, basically it's 4 judges, and Diddy and Khaled and Meghan Trainor and Charlie Walker are the judges. And it's a little complicated because Fergie's hosting, so she has to explain it a lot in order for you to understand what's really happening. But here is Khaled explaining the rules of The Four.
You can never be comfortable. You could be on your seat as one of the four, but you could be challenged any second. And when you get challenged, you'll say, first you got to pass through the panel, but if you pass through the panel, then you get to challenge somebody on the four. And then when you challenge, the audience chooses the winner of that situation. So you could love somebody so much, and then they could be knocked out their seat that fast. So basically what the show's about is getting straight to the greatness right away.
All right, so just, it's not like, you know how American Idol had the auditions and you got a chance to see that, and that was funny. They don't have any of that.
Okay.
It just basically starts with the people that we assume are good enough to have made it as far as they did. Now, one girl actually ended up crying. Her name was Valentina. Here's what Diddy had to say to her.
I want to say something. I just don't see how you guys are going to challenge. Sweetheart, I voted for you to challenge. And let me tell you.
Man, your honeymoon is over, man.
Nah, she can say
the honeymoon is over, America. I want greatness now. America, send me the greatness. I feel you are great, but I feel that you did not take advantage of the opportunity. If you ever get on a stage and you're in front of me, you got to bring it.
See, I love Diddy on this show because Diddy talks like that in real life. Like, he's going to tell you what he really feels about you, good or bad. So I think that'll work. Did the girl cry? I heard the girl cried.
Yeah, it says, this is the girl. This is how they made her cry. Valentina was her name. But she said, don't worry, when I'm performing at the Grammys, I'm going to give him a front row seat. So that was her positive attitude about it.
Okay.
All right. And let's talk about Stan Lee, the Marvel Comics legend. Apparently somebody got into his bank account and they bought a condo for $850,000 using his money in West Hollywood. How do you not even notice that money gone at first?
That means he got a lot of money. That means he got tens and hundreds of millions of dollars in that account. He probably didn't even see it.
The only reason he even found out was because there was an audit after there was a recent check forgery for $300,000, and that's when he realized somebody actually bought a whole entire condo for $850,000.
So listen, you take $300 from my account, I know immediately.
If you take $25 from my account, I know immediately.
$20 you might get a slide through, but not you $200-300. I know immediately.
All right, Kevin Gates, he is about to get out of jail. He served. How long has he been in jail for now?
2 years.
He served 5 months in a Florida prison. He was sentenced for that 2015 kick to a woman's chest. So what they're saying is he's scheduled to be released on Wednesday after serving 9 months. So they said he's getting out on parole.
It was only 9 months?
Yeah.
Seems like he's been in there a long time.
I'm sure for him it feels like that too.
You're right.
And his release conditions include mandatory supervision and no possession of firearms. So he is going to be coming home supposedly on Wednesday. We keep having these thoughts that he's about to get out of jail and then something else goes astray.
All right.
All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. When we come back, we got front page news. Now, we all heard about this book about the White House. It's going to be released today. We'll tell you all about it, so keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, over the weekend, I guess they call it playoffs. It's the wild card spot in NFL. Kansas City takes on Tennessee. Atlanta takes on the Rams. Buffalo takes on Jacksonville. And New Orleans takes on Carolina. Now, whatever happened to them Cowboys? They were supposed to be so nice this season, right? So great. Whatever happened? Did they make the playoffs?
It started off good.
Did they make the wild card?
No.
No. They're home with my Giants?
Yeah.
All that talk, they're in the same place.
Yeah.
Home. All right, now let's talk about this book that came out today.
Yes, this book is out today. It was actually supposed to come out on Tuesday, but apparently they had to rush it out. Fire and Fury is the name of that book, written by Michael Wolff. He tweeted out yesterday, "Here we go. You can buy it and read it tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. President." And that's all because Donald Trump's lawyers were trying to shut down the book, so they rushed to get those out. Now, there's a lot of claims in the book about Donald Trump's mental stability and his fitness, and is he able to serve? According to the White House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders, she's saying all of those claims are disgraceful and laughable. Now, Donald Trump, of course, tweeted, "I authorized zero access to White House." Actually turned him down many times for author of phony book. "I never spoke to him for book full of lies, misrepresentations, and sources that don't exist. Look at this guy's past and watch what happens to him and Sloppy Steve." So he's talking about Steve Bannon. And there were a lot of quotes attributed to Steve Bannon that were negative about Donald Trump and his son, Donald Trump Jr. So that's why Donald Trump said that his former campaign executive and top aide had actually lost his mind.
This book sounds amazing.
If you're interested in this, you can also see Michael Wolff. He's going to be on the Today Show today, this morning. That's going to be his first on-the-record interview.
Now, he talks about everything in the White House, and I think this is interesting. I think this is the truth.
He interviewed over 200 people.
Wow.
And some of those people worked on the campaign. Some people formerly worked there, and some people work there now.
Wow.
So, you know, and I look at it like this. That book would get shut down if it was full of lies. Right? Because that's illegal. You can't just put out anything that would be libel.
They can use certain terms like allegedly or what we heard.
But these are first-hand interviews that he did with people in the White House. You can't quote people.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And then they can say, I never said that.
Right, and they tried to send out a cease and desist, and they put the book out anyway.
Yeah, that book is coming out. It's going down.
All right, now let's talk about these public schools.
In Baltimore, this is disgraceful. They actually had public schools open yesterday, even though parts of boilers broke and the pipes burst in some schools, so there was no heat. So there was a lot of criticism. You saw a video of the kids bundled up in the schools, and it was awful. And criticism also came from a teacher who is also former NFL linebacker Aaron Maben. Here's what he said.
What's the day been like for you guys today?
Very cold.
Very cold. You guys are cold?
Yeah. Super cold. Look, I had free yesterday. I had frostbite.
Yeah, that's crazy. They shouldn't allow them kids to go to school. And I understand. I know sometimes parents, they have to go to work, so they drop their kids off, and parents can't get off, but they should have got space heaters. They should have did something. Even if they had to take the kids out of school and bring them to a local church or a rec room or something, them kids, and they were young, right?
Yes, elementary school.
That's crazy.
Right. All right, and shout out to Charlottesville. They had their first ever black female mayor, which is great after they had those white nationalist rallies in the city, and those made national headlines. People died. Now they have their first black female mayor, so shout out to Nakuya Walker.
Okay, congratulations to her.
Take that, white nationalist.
There you go. All right. Well, that's front page news. Now, when we come back, it's Friday, so you know what that means?
It's Freaky, Freaky, Freaky Friday!
And we're talking sex tapes, all right? And we want to know 800-585-1051. Have you ever made a sex tape, and what's the craziest thing you ever did on the sex tape?
Now, we're talking about this because there's a lot of talk about this Offset sex tape that is allegedly out. We don't know when that sex tape was made, so there's some speculation about that, but this is the second one they're saying or whatever that they have. I don't know who's putting these things out. Somebody clearly hates to see Cardi B and Offset together.
Correct.
But, you know, we're taking that opportunity to do a Freaky, Freaky, Freaky Friday.
All right, 800-585-1051. I tell you many times, I was a cowboy in a sex tape, me and my wife.
Oh, you played for Dallas?
No, I didn't definitely play for Dallas, but I had some cowboy boots on and a cowboy hat, and I was wrapping the pony up. Hey, come here, boy. Yep,
but wait. So you taped that?
Yeah, I taped it.
Somebody hacked this guy's iCloud. I don't want to see it, but I think it would be great for the culture.
Now, I'm not going to for the culture. I'm not going to lie, right? See, when you tape, right? When I take me and
he's a cowboy, but he's not a giant in the bedroom.
Shut up. You see her? Wow. When you tape yourself, you got to go extra hard. Like you're tired, but I go extra. I'm like, never mind. 800-585-1051 is Freaky Friday. We're talking sex tapes. What's the craziest thing you've done on a sex tape? Call us now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's Freaky Friday. And we're talking sex tapes this morning. Yes. And we're asking, have you ever made a sex tape? And what's the craziest thing you've done on a sex tape?
Now, I heard Envy has a masturbation sex tape.
I do not.
With a dildo.
Shut up. No dildos. I think the craziest thing was I was dressed up as a cowboy. My wife was a cowgirl, and I lassoed her up and...
Where is this tape at?
We did it when I was in college.
Oh, but you still have it?
Yes.
You guys watch it?
Every once in a while. And I put in work, too. Now, what about you? You don't seem like a sex tape type
I've
person.
definitely never ever made a sex tape.
You gotta live a little. You never been to Disney World. You know.
Guess what, Evie? I'm not married, okay?
Right.
And I'm not stupid.
But
I'm not making a sex tape because there are too many people who have sex tapes out here getting leaked. I'm not playing those games. I have never in my life made a sex tape. Now, what we have done is set up the camera and hooked it up to the TV so you could watch it while you're having sex, but not tape it.
That's whack. Who wants to see that? I want to see it after.
It's like having sex in the mirror.
So what's the craziest thing you did? Did you dress up as anything?
No.
Yay.
No, I've never played. Why are you talking, cameraman?
The cameraman told him that he's getting excited over here. Thinks he's gonna tell you.
No, I promise you, I've never played dress up. I've never done any of those things. I really just have sex.
All right, yeah. That doesn't sound it. You know what? You gotta live a little. You gotta go to Disney World.
I live a lot.
And you gotta make a sex tape. All right. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's up? It's Craig from Charleston, man.
Craig, I know you made a sex tape before.
Man, I have. Let me tell you about it, man. So I did this out in the snow, Envy.
In the snow?
It's snowing right now. Was it yesterday?
No. It wasn't yesterday. Listen, it's too damn cold right now. It was in the snow, man. Hey, but Envy, you gotta go extra hard with that sex tape stuff, man.
You know, when you filming, you gotta act like this is your last sex ever. You gotta go super duper hard. Like, you gotta beat the pussy up, beat the pussy up.
Can I ask you a question? In the snow, you didn't have shrinkage?
No, I didn't, because you know what? We started out inside, and I was wrapped up. I had everything on, so I was straight. I was good.
Okay, thank you, bro. Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Nicole.
Hey, Nicole. Now, you made a sex tape before, Nicole?
Yeah, I made plenty of them.
Plenty of them. All right.
With one person or with multiple people?
Yeah, it's just me and my man. Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you did on the sex tape, Nicole?
We were foreplaying, and I was a baby. I had dressed up with a little onesie and everything. He handcuffed me to the bed and was lifting me.
That's like a pedophile situation.
So put us back to that situation. You was the baby, he was there. So what'd you say? Talking your baby
I had
voice.
a little onesie. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Come on, talking your little
baby. I had on my little onesie and everything. I was a little whiny baby, and he handcuffed me to the bed and he loved me. Yeah. And then the bad thing about it, the bad thing about it, it was like 12, 1 o'clock, and our little boy ended up waking up. And he walked into the room and he just started crying because he seen him whooping me, and it was just.
Now, I have a question for you. That doesn't make you feel weird though, like if you dress up as a baby, that maybe he likes babies.
You know, because I have a little cute onesie or whatever, you know.
Okay.
Your boyfriend's not R. Kelly, right?
You're so crazy.
All right, bye. I'm sorry, bye. 800-585-1051. Allegedly, I'm just asking, allegedly. I don't want to get in trouble. 800-585-1051. We're asking, have you ever done a sex tape, and what's the craziest thing you've done on a sex tape? Call us now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking sex tapes this morning.
Is there such a thing as a wrong sex fantasy? Like, it's just wrong?
Yeah.
Like, what if, right, you're a white woman with a black man, and you want to be, like, the slave master or something like that?
I mean, if that's what you're into and that turns you on, that would be wrong for me. But I mean, if somebody likes that, I'm sure. I mean,
I would feel
whatever turns them on in bed.
But as a black man, you wouldn't feel like, I don't know if I can date this white woman who wants me to be a slave.
I wouldn't want to be the slave and she whipping me though. And then the baby thing is a little weird too. You know, to call her earlier, like I wouldn't want to, have sex with a baby. You know, that in a fantasy that would be a little weird.
Or what if like my boyfriend was like, I want you to pretend to be a man. I'm gonna anally penetrate you. Would that be wrong?
That would be my fantasy, but if that's what you guys are into. Hello, who's this?
G.
G?
G.
Oh, Jay. All right, Jay. Now you've had a sex tape before, I'm sure. I can hear it in your voice. You've had several. I can hear that laugh.
Yeah,
now,
she's reminiscent right now.
What's the craziest thing you've done on a sex tape?
One of them was I was tied up pretty much upside down with a leash around my neck, and I was giving the female fellatio while she was, I guess you could say, giving him fellatio, but just not in that area that you normally would.
All right, so she beat you, DJ MB.
So wait a minute, you had a leash on, a dog leash?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, can you send us a link?
Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome.
Wanda, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, you had a sex tape before, right?
Yeah, I did.
What's the craziest thing you did on that sex tape?
Gave my boyfriend fellatio upside down on the monkey bars in the park.
In the park?
What time was this?
No kids were out, but it was maybe about 2 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that.
So y'all were out in the park on the monkey bars. You know what? You're a little freak.
Who was holding the camera? Him?
No, we set it up on a tripod.
Damn, y'all were not
y'all
playing.
really thought about that one.
Did you guys release this?
No.
Oh, okay, I'm just wondering. Y'all got tripods and everything.
Jeez, all right. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you.
Ricardo!
Yo, what up?
Ricardo, now, you sound like a sex tape type of guy.
And everyone said make a sex tape with you.
No, not at all. Now, what's your craziest sex tape adventure?
So I was out with Charlotte.
With Charlamagne.
Around the same time, you know, that young dog little thing went down in the car, shot to the truck. Well,
this isn't starting off very sexy.
Well, I was at the nightclub and I ran into this couple and this dude, he was on some weird type stuff. He wanted somebody to roam his wife and he wanted to watch. It was supposed to be no recording, but I actually recorded it and posted it on X videos and they saw it. And they took me to court for it.
Wow, you put it on X videos?
And they took you to court?
Did you get money for it?
I didn't get money for it, but...
So you just did it because you wanted everybody to see it?
Was it a white woman or a black woman?
She's a white woman.
Wow.
You know, black people don't let women watch while you go with white, man. It's not going to happen.
That's not true. If you ever watched that show on Showtime, Gigolos, they actually had a situation. It was a black couple, and he paid the gigolo to have sex with his wife while he watched.
Yeah, I can't do that. Well, I bet the gigolo's way better than you. You gotta have that in your head for the rest of your life. See? Nah, I can't have that. Nah, not at all. Hello, who's this?
This is T from H-Time, man.
All right, now, of course you had a sex tape before. What's the craziest thing you've done on a sex tape?
He said, of course.
Well, I was in the military, right? And then I didn't realize where I was, but I was on the base chapel. And I was in my army fatigues and everything, and I just went hard, but Lord forgive me.
So you was in the chapel and didn't know you was in the church, bro?
No, sir.
How do you not know?
How you didn't know you was in the church?
Come
you ain't see
on
the
now,
stained
this
glass
sounds unreal.
windows, you ain't see the cross, the pews, the Bible, you ain't see none of that?
I was caught up in the moment.
Question, so you filmed it?
Yes, I sure did.
You knew you was in the chapel. I can't believe you're going to lie about the chapel.
I don't think this is going to work out for you the rest of your life, bro.
Okay.
God forgive me.
Yeah, all right.
Was she screaming, oh my God?
Oh, no, I don't think so. She had to be solid. I didn't know.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well.
I didn't know I was in the chapel.
Moral of the story is this. Now, Yee, this is your birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What I want you to do is I want you to go buy something sexy, and I want you and your boyfriend to role play and tape it for your birthday.
Well, he's not here right now.
All right, well, whatever weekend. You got to do that. This is your birthday month.
Nah. Listen, sex tapes get leaked all the time, B. As we can see with Offset, with everything that's happening right now. I am not playing those games.
What would be a perfect outfit for you to wear?
I don't want you thinking about that.
You're right. I'm not thinking about that.
Thank you.
Anyway, well, we have rumors on the way, Yee.
Man, shout out to my guy Top Dog and to Kendrick Lamar and all of TDE. We'll tell you some great news that they have.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. This is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, don't forget, Charlamagne is out. So if you want to give Donkey today to somebody, 800-585-1051. You can give Donkey to whoever
you can give it to Charlamagne for staying on vacation this long.
You can. You can give it to your mama, your daddy. You can give it to the snow. You can give it whoever you want. You want to give Donkey today to somebody, 800-585-1051. All right? Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Black Panther. I know it was one of the movies. Here we go.
Well, this is great news. Kendrick Lamar and Top Dog from TDE are going to be producing the Black Panther, the album soundtrack. You know, they put out that new song, All the Stars, yesterday, which is the lead single from that album.
Okay.
And that is featuring SZA, Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Now, Top Dog posted Kendrick Lamar, Anthony, Top Dog Tiffith, and Top Dog Entertainment to produce Black Panther, the album. He said, my first move of 2018, next move on the way.
That's dope.
So,
I think that'd be dope. Can't wait for that.
Now, did you know that Jimmy Iovine is going to be reportedly leaving Apple later this year in August?
Is he?
Yes, that's according to Billboard reports. They said his departure is timed with his Apple shares fully vesting. So back in May of 2014, Apple paid $3 billion for Beats by Dre. As part of that deal, Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre joined Apple as employees. And now he's ready to leave. I mean, basically, he helped a lot with the streaming services, with the headphones and everything. So who knows what he has planned next, but I'm sure he has.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's going to cash out. So, I mean, he's already
cashed out.
Billions.
Yeah.
All right, and shout out to the girls at The Real. They got picked up for 2 more seasons.
Congratulations to them.
Yes. So congratulations to Mara, Adrian,
Bayon.
Lonnie, Jeannie. They have great reason to celebrate for that 2 more seasons. They said not only did they do well in viewership, but they had more than 12 million social actions last season. So they're going to actually eclipse that number.
Wait a minute, wait. That's the one with Adrian Bayon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure.
Who did you say?
No, I said Adrian Bayon, but...
What?
The board out looked at me crazy like she wasn't on The Real. Maybe she was on the other one.
Right, and they have the youngest average age of all talk shows in syndication, so that's good for them.
Shout out to them. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, I remember I co-hosted for a week, and it was really exciting, so it was really fun.
They got you in a lot of trouble that week, too.
I'm not in trouble. I'm
talking
good.
about your mom and your dad and all types of crazy stuff.
I'll tell you this, though. From doing The Real, they had posted a picture of my mom and dad at their wedding on the show. And my mom got in contact with some of her family members that she hasn't spoken to in forever. So she was really excited. Because my mom's the only child. Both her parents have passed away. So she really has, like, no family.
Gotcha.
So that was exciting for her because they saw that on The Real. And they were like, oh, my God, that's, you know.
That's Auntie E.
Yeah.
All right, shout out to Mama E and Papa E.
All right, and Mary J. Blige is going to be getting her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Well deserved.
So congratulations. I'm excited. Hold on, let me look this up. I got to just make sure. But Diddy's going to be the one actually giving her that. But I got to see, when is her birthday? Because I feel like she's a Capricorn
her
also.
Her birthday is next Thursday.
You know, January 11th, yes. Capricorn's out here winning, so, you know, congratulations to Mary J. Blige. Oh, the ceremony is taking place on the 11th.
Oh, wow, that's dope.
So
Happy
for her
birthday,
birthday,
Mary.
so that's a great week for her. All right, and Serena Williams, she has withdrawn from the Australian Open. She said she's not quite ready to compete on a tournament level after she gave birth. So she said, after performing in my first match after giving birth, I realized that although I'm super close, I'm not where I personally want to be. My coach and team always said only go to tournaments when you are prepared to go all the way. With that being said, I'm disappointed to say I'm not competing in the Australian Open this year. However, the memory of last year's Open is one that I will carry with me and Olympia, and I look forward to coming back again.
Yeah, she'll be back. She's just not ready yet. She just had the baby.
Yeah, she had a baby.
Give her a little
Take
time.
your time, girl. Yeah. All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right, Donkey Today is up next. You want to give Donkey Today to somebody, 800-585-1051. We'll do it when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hello?
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Kayla.
Hey, Kayla, who you want to give Donkey Today to?
I'm giving a donkey of the day to me and my boyfriend. The reason why I'm giving a donkey to me is because I'm stupid for staying with him after he cheated on me 5 times with his baby mother. Not just 5 times with his baby mother, but, you know, after he cheated on me after my birthday. So the day after my birthday, he cheated on me. And I'm giving myself a donkey of the day because I had plenty of time to leave, but I didn't because I cared about him and I loved him, you know. And now I'm pregnant, so, you know, I can't leave now.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow, so what y'all doing tonight?
We're not doing nothing, okay?
You gonna get back together with him?
Yeah, they're not broken up.
Yeah, we're back together. We're back together, you know. We've been through a lot, but at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta give people chances. You know, it's not always about, you know, this
That's right, girl.
And I told him that if people that was married and they've been through stuff like this, you know, you have to get through it someday, somehow. I'm not gonna keep continuing going on and on with somebody else. I'd rather just, you know.
I'd rather have this guy I know really well cheat on me than a new person, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's awful. You think he'll cheat on you again?
No, because, you know, I had actually told him, you know, I'm leaving. And I tell you now that this boy done, I'm doing everything he did.
He done changed.
He done changed, like a whole turnaround.
There you go. No cheating in 2018. There you go, man. Whatever you do, don't stress yourself out. The baby's coming, so you just have a great pregnancy, okay?
Thank you. I love you guys.
And where you from?
I'm from Long Island.
Okay.
And listen, hon, good luck to you, and you need to check back with us in a few months. I want to make sure everything's still smooth.
No problem. I will.
Okay. You sound so happy and so chipper, man.
I am, because, you know, it's a new year, and I'm not letting nothing get to me.
There
and I
you
let
go. Start off fresh every year. All right, mama.
Have you ever cheated on him?
No, I haven't. I'm sorry.
Okay, he got him a good woman.
All right. What's his name?
His name is Fred.
All right, Fred, you get donkey. Well, does Fred get the donkey?
They both got donkey.
Fred, he should, well, you know what?
They both got donkey.
Okay. Wow. Hello, who's this?
Hey, man, what's going on? This Southside G.
Southside G. All right, who you want to give donkey today to, bro?
The north side.
I want I want to give Donkey today to No Jumper, man. They not really for the culture. All they want to do is ride the wave that you hit a million and claim that they're the first ones to find you. For real.
All right. I don't know who that is. Do you know who
I actually had him on the Lip Service podcast. No Jumper? Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's going on? This Trouble Man from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Trouble Man, who you want to give Donkey today to, Trouble Man?
Man, I'm giving Donkey today to the South, man. Charlotte, North Carolina, man. It's 10 degrees outside. Man can't go outside and trap. Ain't making no money. I'm staying with my black buddy inside the house.
So you ain't a real trapper. You supposed to be out there no matter what temperature out there, bro.
Man, check this out. I'm from the South, bro. This ain't New York.
Wow, you a lazy trapper.
Yeah, I know you're a part-time trapper. Hello, who's this?
Thomas.
What's
your name?
Thomas?
Thomas, yeah.
Thomas last night. It was pretty good.
Thomas.
All right, man. Who you giving Donkey today to?
You know, I want to split this donkey. Can I split the donkey?
Go ahead, bro.
Split it, boo.
Okay. So the lady that shaved the child's head, I think is real stupid out there. I think it's very immature, and I think people that do stuff like that have a mental problem. You know, the thing is that child's gonna grow up. If he gets bullied, what is she gonna do?
Well, it's it was 5 years ago, she said, and she actually called in, and he said.
Son, and I don't have a mental problem.
So give me a donkey too.
Okay, so let me split this donkey then. We got her out the way. Donald Trump. What goes around comes around.
You right.
He's mad because they're trying to expose him, and he didn't expose everybody else. So it's just time for him to get what he deserves.
Yeah, if you could dish it, you could take it.
Thank you, bro.
All right.
All right, that was Donkey today. Charlemagne is out. He'll be back on Monday. Now, when we come back, what are we talking about, Yee?
We are going to talk about red flags in relationships, okay? Now, there's a story that was on page 6, and they're saying that Scott Disick went ballistic on Sophia Richie, that's his girlfriend, because they ran into her ex, Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One star, and he got so mad that she actually had a conversation with her ex-boyfriend. They said he actually had a fit. He spun out and made them leave the party.
All right.
I feel like that's a red flag.
800-585-1051. What are some red flags why you shouldn't date somebody? I got a bunch of them. My wife shouldn't have dated me. We'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlemagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking red flags of why you shouldn't date somebody. All right?
Yes, we're talking about Scott Disick and his girlfriend Sophia Richie. Apparently, they were at an event. She ran into her ex, Lewis Hamilton, who's a very good-looking fellow, by the way. And they said he spun out of control and had a fit and went crazy out of jealousy when he saw her having a conversation. They said he insisted that they leave the party immediately. To me, that's a red flag.
I mean, you could consider that a red flag, but that is definitely something I would have done early on in my relationship with my wife. Yes, if we're at a party and she's talking to her ex, yes, we're out of this party, and yes, it's a problem. I'm going to wild out and act like a little kid.
Just because you're having a conversation? That sounds so insecure.
I was insecure, and that is a red flag, and maybe my wife shouldn't have married me. But hey, it worked out in the long run. But those are red flags. Yeah. Jealousy, absolutely. Insecurity, absolutely. That was me early on in our relationship.
What are some other red flags? If somebody goes through your stuff, I think that's always a red flag in a relationship. If they actually go through your phone, if they start stalking you too early on, asking you all kinds of questions,
absolutely,
that's a red flag.
I did that too. Yeah, I was definitely a stalker to my wife.
You are just a red flag.
Yeah. Also, being the type of man that's controlling.
Right. If they try to tell you what to wear.
That was me.
If they don't want you to go out with your friends. But let's take some calls.
That was me too. Yeah. We got Mark on the line. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all doing all right this morning?
We doing great, man. We blessed, man. What are some signs, some red flags that you shouldn't date a person, bro?
Well, the number one is gotta be the cell phone is always turned upside down.
Oh, I always say that when somebody got their cell phone upside down and they turn their ringer off every time y'all together. Watch out now.
That's right. So the cell phone, if it's turned down, like you say, if the ringer's turned off, and then if you accidentally have it turned up, and it keep on saying Pam and Louis, you already know what time it is. Watch them names.
All right, bro.
Y'all have a good morning.
That's a good one, though. He's right. You can tell a lot by that.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Jay, called from Atlanta D Block.
Hey, Jay, what's some good signs, some red flags not to date somebody?
All right, the red flag is if you're on their partner's phone and she just starts tripping, or he starts tripping about trying to get their phone back.
Why would you be on their phone though?
Yeah, no, like
I mean, what about this open? What about this open? I want to just browse through the internet, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, if your girl takes your phone for something and you tripping to get your phone back, yo, give me back my phone. Yo, I need my phone right now. Yo, give me my phone, Yeah, that's
yeah, like that.
You hiding something.
Why you gotta hide something, you know, while I'm just browsing through the internet. You know, you can't just be tripping on me to get your phone back for no reason, you know?
Yeah, all right, that's a good sign, too. Ooh. Hello, who's this?
Hey, man, this is Rap Daddy Raw out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Rap Daddy. I don't know why I'm calling you Rap Daddy, but Rap Daddy.
Okay, that's your daddy?
What's some red flags?
This is Rap Daddy, man. This is the hottest rapper in Jacksonville, man. What's going on,
You're
y'all?
talking to DJ Daddy over here.
DJ Daddy, you stupid. What's some red flags of why you shouldn't date somebody?
Man, red flag, man. You go out to eat, and y'all trying to order y'all food and eat, and you see that cell phone on the other side face down, they cheating.
Everybody saying the face down cell phone is a dead giveaway.
I didn't know that was that much of a problem. The cell phone face down.
Because there's a way, like whoever has their cell phone face down.
All right, our board up just said airplane mode. That's what you do, huh? There you go.
Okay, you little cheater.
All right, this guy's a little cheater over here. All right, 800-585-1051. What are some red flags not to date somebody? All right, something that you seen that was like, oh, I'm out. Call us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking red flags of not to date somebody. Now, this story comes from where, Yee?
We're talking about Scott Disick and his girlfriend, Sophia Richie. They were at an event, and they ran into her ex-boyfriend, Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One star. Very handsome, strapping young man. And apparently, he spun out of control.
You said handsome, strapping?
Yeah, it's the same.
Like big, huge?
No, it's just the same. No, Envy, don't get excited.
Oh, no, I wasn't getting excited. I'm just saying you said strapping. I got to worry about y'all talking.
Apparently, he got super jealous. They said he went ballistic and made them leave the party. That's a red flag.
All right, well, see, this is the problem. Like, I agree. Those are some signs, but I was that person. I was insecure.
Well, there definitely were some bad signs about you.
Jealousy, controlling. Like, I was that guy.
Envy, let's be clear, all right? Guy is very patient. You took a lot of molding. It took you 20 years to get to where you are right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So shout out to her for having that patience. Everyone doesn't have that patience.
She should have left me alone.
To do the right thing. But some other red flags. Let's talk to Kay.
Kay.
Hello.
Kay, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. What are some red flags why you shouldn't date somebody?
Man, if you lie on your mother, I cannot date you.
Have somebody lie on their mom. Say what?
Yeah, like my ex-boyfriend, his family used to tell me all these stories and these rumors they used to hear about me. I'm like, where they getting this from? And I found out they was getting it from my ex. But I thought about it. I'm like, he used to lie on his mother to me.
Who does that? That's crazy. And you know what? Not just lying, but also how they treat their mom is a really good indication. If they're disrespectful and all of that, that's a red flag also.
Yeah, like he was really sweet to her and stuff, but when he used to get mad at her, he used to go off on her, you know.
Hell no.
But that blew my mind when I found out that
he lied on his mama.
But lied on his mama to me and lied on me to his mother. I'm like, Lord Jesus, what's wrong with these people?
All right, Kay.
That's a red flag. Hello, who's this?
Hi, it's Andrea.
Andrea, what are some red flags not to date somebody?
Okay, so I went on a first date with this guy, and he was pretty much like telling me that he had a baby on the way, but he didn't know if it was his yet. So he tells me, I'm trying to think of a way that I can give him an abortion. I can give her an abortion.
Whoa.
What?
What you mean? Did he say like talk her into an abortion, or did he mean like push her down the steps?
No.
This is what he said after. He said, I'm going to think of some ways that I can, dispose of the baby. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Girl, you better get out.
You should have stopped that date right then and there and said, go to the bathroom and just bounce.
And you know what else is a red flag? If they have kids, but they don't ever talk about their kids to you. Because that should be something that a man would want to brag about.
Absolutely.
Mention in everyday life.
Hello, who's this?
This is Chris from New Jersey.
From Jersey. What are some red flags not to date? I was going to say date your man. What are some red flags not to date somebody?
A red flag not to date someone is if you spending more money on her than she's spending on you.
Wait, so she got to spend the same amount of money on you that you spend on her is what you're saying?
Nah, not the same amount, but she got to show some type of love.
Okay,
I agree with that.
Because I don't think it's the amount of money that counts, it's how thoughtful you are.
Just be a little thoughtful.
And generous,
You
right.
go out, say, I got the tip, boo. Yeah, I get it.
Can I give you an example?
Yes.
I spent $1,500 on a girl one weekend, right? For her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much she ever spent on me?
How much?
$10.
Yeah, you gotta let her go.
What was $10?
Uber ride to her house because my car broke down.
Wow, why you didn't call your own Uber?
You should have definitely called your own Uber, but yeah, you should definitely let that one go, bro.
Because my car was in the shop, I ain't had no bread.
Right.
All right, man.
She didn't get you nothing for your birthday? That's crazy.
Exactly. She's a dog. A whole dog.
The whole dog.
Well, she came up.
She pretty much did. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is we all have great intuition. When something doesn't feel right, it's time for you to step away. Stop trying to convince yourself that somebody is someone that they're not.
All right. Now, when we come back, we have the rumors. What we talking about in the room machine?
We're going to be talking about the Grammys. You know, the Grammys are coming up, and we'll discuss who is going to be performing. They've already announced some people that will be there. You'll be excited.
And the Grammys in New York this year, too, huh?
Yes, they are. January 28th.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Drake, Ye, Lil Wayne, Eminem. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. I'm ready for some new Drake music.
Yeah, we already got a couple of songs that we previewed up here.
Yeah, no, and then
so you know
of course,
it's coming.
That freestyle he did on the Wayne tape, that's dope. The dedication joint, that was dope. Well, need some new Drake stuff. But anyway, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk. Yeah, baby. Fatty.
Well, Alexis Sky had her baby, her and Fetty Wap. Now, the baby was 6 months, so she's premature. But Fetty Wap was on Instagram Live from the hospital. Here's what he had to say.
My baby good. My baby good. Everything good.
So the baby is supposedly only a little bit over 1 pound, but she is in stable condition and doing good on her own. Alexis had to have a C-section. She did not have natural birth, but she's supposedly okay right now too. So everybody pray and make sure everything turns out well.
They said the baby came how many months early?
She was 6 months.
Wow.
Mhm.
And the baby's fine and healthy and everything?
Yeah. Were you listening?
No, it's my school's. The kids.
I was like, where were you
the
just now?
kids' school just called and said the bus got into an accident, but it was on the way picking up the kids, so none of my kids were on the bus. But
Okay.
I was listening.
Well, yeah, the baby is only a little bit over 1 pound.
Oh wow.
But she's doing fine on her own.
Okay,
So they're
that's
saying
good.
hopefully everything will be good. It's looking good.
Okay.
All right, Nicki Minaj and Nas, they have broken up. Now, apparently, they've been together since June of 2017, last year, but they said living in different cities was just too much. That's according to sources close to the situation. And they're actually not going to have any bad blood towards each other. They're going to just handle their business, no trash talking. They respect each other too much for that.
I really didn't see that one working anyway.
Why?
Nas he's like a low-key dude. Like, first of all, you don't really see Nas with a huge entourage. You don't see him with a lot of security. He's not really into, like, when you see Nicki, it's a movie.
Right.
Like, sometimes you just see Nas on a side block just having lunch. Like, it's two different situations.
He's too
you know?
chill.
Yeah, he's too chill for that.
All right, now let's talk about let's talk about Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake put out a new song. Now, you know his album is coming out on February 2nd, which is actually great timing because he is performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. So clearly that's going to help with sales when the album comes out February 2nd.
Absolutely.
Now, he put out this song called Filthy. It's Timbaland, Danger, and Justin Timberlake reunited. Check it out.
Put your filthy hands all over me. Do the same clean version. What you gonna do with all that meat? Cooking up for me and serve it.
Hey, yo.
What you gonna do with all that meat?
It's not gonna say pause?
No. What'd you think?
I gotta hear that in full.
All right.
I was a little confused.
The album, February 2nd.
What you
and
think?
then the
Tell me
halftime
what you
show,
thought. What you think?
February 4th. I didn't really love that.
Damn, yeah. I said I want to hear it in full. He was like, nah, trash. I didn't like it.
I mean, I didn't hear the whole song, so
That's why I said I gotta hear it.
I'm
Maybe
gonna have to
something
listen
I'm
to it.
missing.
But from listening to that, no, I wasn't really feeling it.
Nah.
I'm just keeping it real.
I gotta hear it, but it didn't excite me. Didn't get my nipples hard.
I don't even want to look, so yeah.
No.
All right. Now let's discuss the Grammys. They have announced some of the performers. The Grammys are going down on January 28th, and now Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, is going to be joining in the party. So that should be pretty exciting for all you Childish Gambino fans. You know, this is going to be his last album actually coming out as Childish Gambino. He said he's going to retire that moniker. So if you want to be a fan and you want to pay attention, get ready for that. And other people that are performing, Lady Gaga, Pink, and Little Big Town. So there you have it. All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. It's a Friday, so we throw it back. Let us know what you want to hear, and we'll get whatever you want to hear, we got on for you. And shout out to Revolt. We'll see you guys on Monday. Everybody else, People's Choice Mix is up next.